Alright, hey guys, remember CCG back to a video. With this video, we're going over Goblin Rider combos. So we're going to start with the first one card combo. This one's pretty standard for you to know. This is using Tour Guide from the Underworld. So here we're going to normal summon Tour Guide of the Underworld, use the effect, get ourselves our Goblin Rider Miyanda the Cold-Blooded. Exceed summon, go into Goblin Rider Big-Headed Gabanga. Use the effect here in order to search out Goblin Rider Doug the Assaulter. Usually want to search this guy out because you can attach material, get it out, and then upon summon, he's actually going to be able to search out a spell. And that spell here is going to actually enable you to continue your play. So we're going to use Grand Arrival after this effect here. So here we were able to get out our Yanda just by detaching a material. Then we can Exceed summon, go into Exceed Armor Torpedo. Detach 2 materials, draw a card. Then we can use Exceed Armor Fortress in order to search out the trap card. Exceed summon, go into Full Armor Dark Knight Lancer. Use the effect the Grand Arrival of the Goblin Riders. Then we can special summon out Goblin Rider Clutter the Noisy by using this card's effect by detaching material. Use Clutter the Noisy here, get a monster out, and then link away into IP Masquerena. Then we can just recycle one of the Exceed monsters. It's not super necessary, but it's great to just get out. And now we're gonna, during the end phase, we can actually add a monster, Goblin monster, onto this card. We're gonna be doing exactly that. Now during our opponent's turn, we can actually detach in order to get out Clutter the Noisy. Use Clutter the Noisy's effect. And since we detach material, we can actually use Gabanga's effect as well. Then we can get a search out using Doug the Assaulter. Use the Full Armored Xyz. Bring ourselves out the Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, where you could choose whatever rank 3 you want to go into. This is just the one I ended up opting for. Then we can actually attach Xyz Armor Torpedo, and the reason why we want to attach this card to our Full Armor Dark Knight Lancer is that the equipped monster, when it battles, it essentially becomes an Armadez, and it also cannot be targeted with effects, and he gets double attack because of the Full Armored Xyz. Then we're going to activate the effect of Full Armor Dark Knight Lancer because a card was attached to another card. We can actually use it to take one of our opponent's cards here and attach it as material. So this is a pretty standard combo. You're going to see the rest of the combos kind of imitate some of this, but change up a few of the parts. But let's go to the next combo that I have for you guys. Okay guys, so the next combo that I have for you is using the Punk engine of the deck. So this is if you decide to run Punk, then you can actually utilize this. So we're going to normal summon out Punk Ziamin, use the effect here in order to search out a Punk monster. Use Foxy Tune, discard the other card in order to get Dia Node out. We can Synchro Summon into Jam Dragon Drive. We can power up our Jam Dragon Drive and also bring out Ziamin. Then we can search out a Psychic Wielder, so it's going to be great because you can see it's a level 3 extender. We're going to extend it to our Goblin monster, search out the Doug. Use the effect here, get it out. Get ourselves a spell that we did last turn. Then we can go into our IP Masquerena. And you can see Goblin Rider Clutter the Noisy is a really good target for this deck just because you want to be able to special summon it out for free. And since you can only special summon it out during your opponent's turn, you're going to want to utilize the spell to use it here. So we're going to do exactly that. Go into our Xyz Armor Torpedo, detach 2 materials, get the free draw, go into the Xyz Armor Fortress, use the effect here in order to search out the Full Armored Xyz. Then we can go into our Full Armor Dark Knight Lancer, get a material onto our Gabanga. Then you can see once again we can actually use Clutter the Noisy's effect. And because we detach a material, we can use Gabanga's effect in order to take that card. We can stack ourselves up with another monster as we did with Goblin Rider Boon the Max Speed. Then we can activate Full Armored Xyz. We're going to get Gossip Shadow out here. It's just great because we have another monster so that we're actually able to go into our SP Little Knight without having to lose one of our cards. And as we've done before, we're going to get out Xyz Armor Torpedo and attach it to our rank 7 Full Armor. Go into the SP Little Knight, and you'd be able to, of course, banish whatever you want to banish using it. But you see, it looks similar to the previous combo, but we were able to use the Punk Engine to do it, and it was a 1.5 card combo, so it was really strong. But let's go to the next combo. Alright guys, so the final combo that I have for you is using Speedroid Terratop. So we're going to normal summon out Speedroid Terratop, uses effect here in order to search out the Tekken Tornborg. Then we can Exceed Summon, go into the Goblin Rider Big Head Gabanga. Use Gabanga's effect here in order to search out Doug. So you can see Doug's a popular target for Gabanga. Now we're just going to bring him out, search out the spell, Grand Arrival, activate Grand Arrival. Just like before, we're going to get out Clutter the Noisy. Use Clutter the Noisy here in order to get out. So here we're going to change it up and actually get Gabanga out here. Go into our Torpedo, detach 2 materials, get the free draw. Then we can go into our Dark Knight Lancer. Get our IP Masquerade out pretty easily. Recycle a card, get the Full Armor Exceeds onto the board, and then during the end phase, use Gabanga's effect here, attach a card onto it. Now here we're going to let our opponent set up a little bit, then we're going to activate our effects. So I'm going to go into Clutter the Noisy. And of course, because of the detached material, use Gabanga's effect, take that card, then search out a spell. So usually when I'm searching with Doug here, you want to search out Grand Arrival of the Goblin Riders just to set you up for next turn. Go into my second copy of Gabanga, get a search out. Then we're going to power up our Dark Knight Lancer. Then because we're able to get out Goblin Rider Boon the Mach Speed pretty easily, we just have to detach material, get it out. We can actually use it as fodder for IP Masquerade, go into the SP Little Knight, and then we can disrupt our opponent that way in a pretty strong way. But you can see guys, it's a few different ways of going into the combo, and the end board is a little different each time. But this is generally what you want to see when you're using Goblin Riders. Alright guys, so let's go to the next combo where I show you how you put all these pieces together. Okay guys, so this is the final combo that I have for you, and this is a 3-card combo using Terratop, our Mianda, and our Goblin Rider Boon. So you're going to see why I chose these 2 monsters in particular with the Terratop, but we're going to get started. So we're going to set up with our Terratop, go into the Gabanga, activate Gabanga's effect here, and get ourselves our Doug. Use Doug's effect here in order to get himself out. Then use his effect in order to search out our spell. Then we don't want to actually use our spell here because we want to have a monster to target when we get out our level 3 monster that special summons from the grave. Then Mianda here is nice because upon summon, it's actually able to bring out another Goblin monster from your hand. And we're going to be saving our Goblin Rider Boon's effect here. So we're going to go into the Torpedo, detach 2 materials, go into our Xyz Armor Fortress. So same thing as we've done before, we're just going to get out the Knight Lancer. Now we actually want to search out our Clutter the Noisy, because we can actually get him out, and we have a target in the form of Mianda. Special summon our IP Masquerade. Use Mianda's effect here, get it out. Then here I actually chose to bring back the Xyz Armor Torpedo back into deck, just so that we're able to get it out using 2 monsters here instead of having to waste another Exceed monster in order to do so. And remember, in order to go into F-Zero Utopic Future, you do need to use a monster that is not a number monster. And we have kind of limited monsters on that besides like the Goblin monsters. It's a little difficult to do so. So I just want to recycle the Xyz Armor Torpedo in order to do that. So we're going to go into our Utopic Future and go into our Utopic Draco Future. Then you can see how we're going to build on this. But already, this is the 3-card combo that set us up with the draw. We do have the Dark Knight Lancer, we have the Full Armored Exceeds, and we have IP Masquerade, and of course F-Zero Utopic Draco Future, which is a negate, a monster negate that takes control of a monster. So we're going to see our opponent bring out Terratop. Now we're going to attach a material in order to get out Clutter the Noisy here. Use Clutter the Noisy's effect, get out Doug. Doug, search out a card for next turn. Then use Full Armored Exceeds, just to Exceed Summon during our opponent's turn. And then we're going to chain a few effects here. We're going to target our Torpedo, attach it just like we've done with the previous combos. Then we're going to get ourselves out our mock speed. So this is what I was saying about just wanting it in the grave so that we're able to utilize it. Because this is the only Goblin Rider monster where until the end of the next turn, after this effect resolves, you cannot special summon this card out. So you just want to keep that in mind. If you're using it during your turn, you're not going to be able to use it until your next turn, even though this is a quick effect. So because we attach a card, of course, we're going to be using Gabanga's effect. And then we can use the effect of Dark Knight Lancer, and of course we can use IP Masquerena to go into SP Little Knight. So you're going to see here that this is, I kind of did this in a way where we're actually going to be able to get rid of all 3 monsters here. So you really want to be careful on how you time this, just so you can get the most out of this and really get your opponent in the most pivotal parts of their combo. So we're going to be taking that, and then we're going to be able to banish that monster. So I thought that was pretty cool, that just with 3 particular cards you're able to do this. Of course, you're not going to see it a lot, but the fact that you're able to do something like this is going to be annoying for your opponent. Of course, you could change Gabanga, make it into another rank 3 Xyz. You can go into Gossip Shadow or the Cicada King in case you want that monster negate. But being able to take an opponent's monster is really nice in my opinion. And SP Little Knight, of course, having that banish. And of course, quick effect, you can target 2 face-up monsters in the field, including a monster you control, and banish both monsters until the end phase. That's good to see. You just want to have ways to deal with your opponent's cards. And Dark Knight Lancer here, being able to attach one of our opponent's monsters, non-target destruction, put it onto this guy, and it's going to be annoying for your opponent to have to deal with that. And of course, Yugioh Big Draco Future, if they use a monster effect that is annoying for you and you're just not able to take care of it right at this moment, then you can use this card, deal with that, and then it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So I thought this was a great combo that kind of shows everything off with the deck. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.